just do a quick inventory of the parts when you take them out of the package. All the carbon fiber pieces for the frame are on the tree, so you know they're all there. A top and bottom bearing block, the tail boom holder for the frame itself, the tail case for the tail motor, and the two struts. And make sure you count the screws. There should be 26 1.4 millimeter by 4 millimeter screws and 10 1.4 millimeter by 3 millimeter screws. Basic tools for this part of the assembly will be, I just like to use a small pair of side cutters to remove the parts from the tree, a small pair of tweezers obviously, and a really good triple-aught JIS screwdriver and a double-aught JIS screwdriver. And we should be ready to go. Need to remove the parts from the tree, so just using the side cutters, just come in here and carefully work your way around. And they come out pretty easily. Remove that little centerpiece, which we don't need. And just do that for all the parts off the tree, and then I'll file down the little pieces that are left so everything's nice and smooth, so when the frame is assembled it looks real nice and it goes together very well. The parts are all removed from the tree now, and we have two skids, a battery plate, base plate, servo holder, two come, you can only use one. This is for the 4 number 3, this is for the JT100, that's the one I'm going to use, so basically we'll just put that up here. And a rotation bracket, two side plates, horizontal fin, vertical fin. Now what I want to do now is go ahead and just trim, do a little trim, filing I should say, on all the little pieces where it came off the tree, smooth everything up so it fits together very nicely, and then we'll be ready to start the assembly. If we look up here, that's what's left, all the parts that are left from the tree, and I don't throw any of that away, keep it. It's always good for future builds, different things like that, so it's really a nice thing to have on hand, so don't throw any of your extra pieces away ever. I'll show you how I clean these up with a file next. I just use a file to remove the remaining part of the tabs from the tree. Just very carefully. It's very easy, the material isn't all that hard. It files very nicely. I usually try and use an angle where I can just make sure everything's just nice and flush with the part itself. Try and keep this in the frame here. I think you get the idea. It's pretty simple stuff. And that's really all there is to it. Just do that on all the pieces, and then we'll start the assembly. All the pieces now have been filed down and very clean, and now we have all the components in place to start the build. Everything here is included in the kit, except I provided the tail boom and the two main bearings, which are Boca bearings. Everything else was included with the JT100 frame. So the next process will be to start the assembly, and we'll go step by step, and it should be a fairly simple process.